He spent 20 years inside the NSA and Keyfactor's own engine room, building the crypto that decides who your machines trust. Ted Shorter, CTO and co-founder of Keyfactor, is here, and he's about to make certificates sound like the most dangerous thing at Black Hat. This is Epic Hype.
I am ready.
3, 2, 1.
First question out of the gate is about role and technical depth. You've spent over 2 decades, Ted, in cryptography, going back to your time at NSA. And now you're the one architecting how Keyfactor turns fragmented PKI into a single trust control plane. So from an engineering standpoint, what's the hardest part of unifying identity signing and cryptographic intelligence into one system without breaking what already works?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that it's all changing, right? That through my entire career, cryptography, all these other protocols, authentication, identity, software updates, secure communication, so forth. There's all these protocols that secure the internet. They're all based off of the same handful of cryptographic algorithms, the same cryptographic primitives. Those primitives have been the same for my entire career until now. And we're going from what has been the backbone of all of digital trust and all of online connected security, of the 2 algorithms being RSA and ECC. Those are both at risk of being broken by a potential quantum computer. Those now have replacement algorithms standardized and determined by NIST and a bunch of other governments across the world. And so literally, in a very real sense, the algorithms that underpin all of security as we know it need to change, and need to change relatively quickly, or really bad stuff could happen. And so trying to architect, for all of those same things you listed, right? Identity, trust, automation, so forth, all of that has to happen in such a way that while we're changing out these algorithms, and we have to be able to do it in such a way that isn't going to break stuff. So it's probably the hardest problem, or one of the hardest problems I've ever seen.
So Ted, your company is solving a problem, and your message to the market is that cryptography is the largest unmanaged attack surface in the enterprise. As the person responsible for the IP behind that platform, where do you actually see that debt hiding the most? Is it legacy algorithms? Is it orphan certificates? Or is it something that teams aren't even thinking of looking at yet?
It's all the above, I'd say. I think in general, just because while we focused on all these other higher level protocols, we've sort of just assumed and taken that cryptography is secure and kind of take it for granted. One of the things that we do is offer full cryptographic discovery, of actually finding now, looking behind in all the corners and all the nooks and crannies, and finding all the cryptographic algorithms that are in use in an organization. That's sort of like looking behind your refrigerator. You've never really looked there, and you're probably going to be a little unhappy with what you find. I haven't looked behind mine in a while, but I'm going to bet there's some things there that I might want to clean up. And so it's very similar to that, in that I think this impending quantum threat has put a spotlight on cryptography. But what we found is that when you start really looking at it, there are problems that need to be addressed even before quantum comes along, just because it's just, anytime there's something in your environment that you've never really paid that much attention to, lo and behold, that's where problems actually exist.
So Ted, we're less than 4 years away. Legacy algorithms get depreciated in 2030, and you've been vocal about quantum readiness for some time now. So for a CTO that's listening to this, who hasn't even started their PQC migration, what's the first technical step that you feel that they should be taking this year, or at least pretty darn soon, and getting ready to ramp up for 27?
Yeah, there's lots of technical steps. One of them is, for, like we talked about, get an inventory, but probably most importantly, doing this across your entire organization is going to probably, in a large organization, it's going to take more than 4 years anyway. So you're not going to be able, newsflash, you're probably not going to make it. You're not going to be able to transfer everything in time. So start by prioritizing the most important things, the keys to your kingdom, focus there, get an inventory of what you have, get an inventory of the vendors involved in the cryptographic algorithms that are in use. Because for most folks, you can't change your algorithms until the software that you're deploying changes the algorithms, which means you're entirely dependent on your vendor supply chain. You should be, first of all, understanding who those vendors are and be having conversations with those vendors to understand their timeline for making changes to the new standards. Their timeline is your timeline. And then you can also be building out automation, right? So I think that's the other state that we're starting to enter in, right? We're starting to see, like, Microsoft came out with a new release of Windows that does have some quantum capabilities in certain areas. It's not complete, but it's got some. You're going to start seeing releases, and we have, from multiple other vendors that start to have support for this stuff. But you have to know when you can move to these algorithms and in a way that's not going to break things. Most likely, you're going to have to wait longer than you want to actually start transitioning to the new algorithms. And so you want to have automation in place so that when you finally can, it can be, more or less overnight and not something that then requires a whole bunch of manual work, or that will also slow you down. So those are all things you can be doing right now. Discovery, prioritization, vendor conversations, and automation you can be doing right now.
So Ted, this is amazing because you guys have a head start. I was talking about this with Ellen. You guys, you're not a startup that just started, getting some recognition 2 years ago. You've been at this for a while. You're one of the founders. What has the experience been like over the last 18 months, or even more so the last 6 months? Like Black Hat, great timing. Something tells me you're going to have a lot of people tracking you down. So Ted, booth 5144, the Prohibition Bar, 1923, right off the outskirts next to Starbucks. As you guys are looking for it, the Starbucks off to the side by House of Blues, the -5 bar. You're going to be everywhere. You're going to be speaking on the floor. Timing is great, man. You got a head start. You guys are subject matter experts in this space. You're hosting multiple sessions. As I mentioned, you're on the floor. Again, you're going to be a Black Hat. What's one idea? If there's one thing that other fellow, CTOs come and talk to you about this, or engineers, architects, infrastructure architects, what's the one hope that you want people to have that walk-off idea?
This is real. It's something you should be doing. If you haven't started now, you absolutely need to. And as we mentioned just previously, there are things you can be doing right now to get started, even before you're able to actually deploy the algorithms in your environment. Are
you excited? Do you see an avalanche coming?
I am. We actually have seen it pick up tremendously. So we started really talking about post-quantum probably 3 or 4 years ago in earnest, but the amount of inbound interest from customers has really kind of exploded in the last 6 months, and we fully expect that will continue.
Well, I got to share with you, I usually spend my time going down Startup Aisle, Startup City, and interview the startups and look for what's the new buzz. I'm always kind of looking for the Cinderella in the house.
Yep.
There was 3 years ago, there was only one startup that was referencing quantum. And they're actually close here in Southern California. And now I'm seeing it everywhere. And I know Black Hat is obviously AI and agentic. That was kind of like last year. People are looking for the next thing. And I love what you said. Probably the biggest standout for me in this interview with you today is the 2030 depreciation of legacy and how people need to get on board. So ladies and gentlemen, here is the company. Here is the man with the plan that can help you. For those of you right now having one of those moments. Ted, you ready to play a little game?
Sure, let's go.
Let's play a game. Repeat after me. I have the need.
I have the need.
I have the need for speed.
I have the need for speed.
I love it. Yes, it's time to jump into the Fast Eddie speed zone to answer some rapid fire Keyfactor questions. I'll ask you some quick questions. Keyword here is quick, and you do the best to answer some short, quick answers. Again, the keyword is quick. Ready, set, go. Co-founder or CTO? Which one of those titles do you answer to faster?
CTO.
PKI stands for?
Public key infrastructure.
Finish it. Trust infrastructure is the blank attack surface in the enterprise?
Biggest.
NSA or startup life? Which was scarier?
Startup life, for sure.
Legacy algorithms get depreciated by what year?
2030.
Yes.
Google has even said 2029. Microsoft has said their timeline of transition is 2029. So, like, depending on who you ask, it's actually sooner.
Good point. And I asked Ellen earlier, and she said 29. So they're both right.
There you go.
The answer is get moving, people. One word for what happens when nobody owns the cert.
It expires and really bad things happen.
Quantum safe. Is it a buzzword or a deadline?
It is a goal.
Comic book or live demo? Which booth should I stop by first and get? Comic book or live demo?
Comic book they're super popular. So I guess if you love comic books, get a comic book on your way to the live demo.
And the last question for you, Ted. Ice bar or espresso? Which one do you need to survive Black Hat Week?
It's Vegas. Got to go with the ice bar.
Vegas, baby, Vegas. Ted, you are a champ. Thank you so much for your time with me. You and Keyfactor are epic. Keep doing epic things. Did you have fun today?
I did. Yeah, that was great.
And of course, if anybody wants to get more information, they can head over to keyfactor.com. Keep your eyes on the agenda. Ted's going to be on the floor and he's going to be speaking. And you can also find him at the Cyber Fuel Center. Catch Ted live on the show floor, then head to booth 5144 for the demos. And when you're ready to chill out, then literally head over to -5 and go for a quantum crypto freezy waiting for you with your name on it. My name is EP. Thanks for watching. And of course, as always, make it an epic day.